Orange jasmine. This is something that I didn't realize. I wondered on this the other day, some obscure little thing. Orange jasmine, you all know the hedge, right? Orange jasmine hedge. Called, what's another name for this thing? Orange jasmine or?
Lakeview jasmine's an improved variety.
Lakeview jasmine. Chalcas is the old name for this. C-H-A-L-C-A-S, Chalcas. And this is the greatest hedge we have. It's also the greatest small tree we have in hurricanes. The one you just mentioned, Lakeview, that bugger will go through anything but a tornado with almost no damage, almost none. Now, we now have laws where you can't, the nursery can't grow this anymore. Because, you know, this wisdom we have about citrus diseases and stuff, all the really neat things we did in the sake of canker. Well, this citrus greening disease now is a serious thing. That will kill citrus. Canker was nothing. We could live with it and it'd be fine. But citrus greening will kill citrus. And there's a little bug called the citrus psyllid. It looks like, I don't think you know what sharpshooters look like. A little bug that gets out of one side of the tree limb. When you come around, it goes around the other side. Remember that one? Sharpshooters? And that was a big thing when I was a kid. And they're a true bug, and they have a piercing, sucking mouth part. And these psyllids are only about 1/8 of an inch long. But they are the vector for citrus greening. But you gotta have citrus greening here first before they can vector anything. But they came out of Central America and I think jumped in the islands and then came here. If you spray the psyllid with any kind of insecticide, anything, we use stuff that's safe, even soap will kill them. And soap will kill a lot of insects. And if you've got insects that are beneficial on the tree, that's why you really need to learn what you're looking at. If you've got something beneficial on the tree and you spray with soap, you'll get that too. But sometimes all you have to do is shake the tree. So the ladybugs and the antlions and all that kind of stuff falls on the ground and they immediately start to go back up the tree. But in the meantime, you can spray the tree with soap and you can kill the major variety of pests that you have, whether it's an aphid or whether it's a psyllid or whether it's a scale or a whitefly or whatever, you can get rid of most of it. And there'll still be some there when the soap dries for the whatchamacallit. They'll hunt out the live ones and eat those. So anyway, we do have citrus greening here now. I've purchased trees from nurseries in Palm Beach that have citrus greening. And we put them on a job and nothing happens. They just sit there and they look at you. They do not grow. They don't flower. They don't do anything. They just sit there. And the leaves gradually begin to fall off. And I don't ever wait that long. We usually dig them out and throw them away before then. And I don't plant citrus anymore. And I found a guy at the trade show. That's great. Get there, go there if you can. It's a good show this time. But one of the biggest shows we have in the world is at the Port Everglades Convention Center. It's called TPIE, Tropical Plant Industries Exhibition. And there's people there selling stuff from Holland, China, Singapore, South America, Central America, the islands, everywhere you go where you can grow plants. These guys are there selling plant material to go into the indoor, usually the indoor market. However, we have people, you know, from all the nurseries in South Florida down there. And that's a fantastic show, just unbelievable. And I go there because I remake connections and all this kind of thing. You learn about all kinds of new stuff that's coming in and everything else. And I have no idea where I was going with this conversation, so I'm going on to the next slide. The trouble with growing older, you know. All right, orange jasmine. Orange jasmine you can use as a thing in your ears. If you have an earache or you have a toothache, you can push that orange jasmine, ball it up, push it up into your tooth, and it kills toothache.
Like you said, I have orange jasmine in my yard, and it makes a great hedge, especially with our problem with Ficus benjamina. We're looking for alternative hedge material, but like you say, you can't buy orange jasmine now because it's a vector for the citrus greening psyllid.
Yeah.
So it's like a catch-22. And I look at the plant finder all the time. You go to orange jasmine, Lakeview jasmine, you can't buy it. What do you think is going to happen in the future? Will they allow it again to be sold, or?
I don't know. You know, the infinite wisdom that trickles down from Gainesville, so I don't really know. We have other things. We have several natives that do pretty good for hedges, but they're all very susceptible to lac scale, which is something else we got in from Thailand and northern India. And it's very much related to the scale they used to make that real fine lacquer, although these aren't used for that. This is just a pest. a little bump. If you have little bumps on your plant stems, and you look at it with a hand lens or a magnifying glass, and it looks like a baby bottom turned upside down, until you get the little baby with his head down and the stem and the bumps on the top. And they're spread by the wind. When their crawlers come out, they have antennae that are almost like wings, and they'll put the antenna out, and the wind will carry them to another tree. And those are kind of on the way of control. If the female drops those crawlers at the right time of year, if it's raining, they're gone. You don't have them that year. If you know that they're on there and you know you've got them on your tree, and you keep a watch and see if you see the crawlers, you gotta look at the hand lens. And you wash the tree with a hose, you got them. It's that simple, but the timing is incredible. But we now have some of our native insects have picked up on that's a free lunch. And so we're getting some control on that. But it takes time for the natives to figure things out. We got a whole bunch of neat stuff that they haven't figured out yet.